Well, I can consider myself one of the dinosaurs of cost actions because I was there quite early on. So I was there in at the end of the 90s, and I can say with great joy that the cost meetings and the cost actions were absolutely instrumental for a European force to create a critical mass around certain areas of knowledge. So in those days, of course, we didn't have emails. We hardly even had faxes. There was no social media. There was no way to enter the network of European scientists that were working on the same things as I was. And so the cost actions were fantastic to establish a network of colleagues, a network of knowledge, but also a network of friends. And that is, I think, one of the things I cherish most. It was very hard in those days to travel, and we had just started using trolleys, because before those years, nobody used to travel with a trolley. And I remember very, very well the day that Sabena went bankrupt, and all of us, many of us, were stuck in Brussels airport and had to find a way to go and sleep somewhere in some other place. And I actually went to Amsterdam, slept in Amsterdam, and flew back home from Amsterdam. Those were very good times of cohesion for Europe and for European scientists, and extremely important for the dissemination of knowledge. So it would be wonderful to be able to create that same network of European scientists that was created through COST across different continents. And so developing a way to have matching funds from the United States and from Europe on a common topic to co-advance knowledge and create partnerships with other institutions. And by the way, I don't think that this should be limited to the United States. I think that Europe should seek partnerships also with other parts of the world, including, for example, the Global South. Yes, unfortunately, pandemics emerge at, I would say, fixed intervals in the past century. So from 1900 to 1999, there were 4 influenza pandemics. There was HIV, of course, which was another pandemic. And so we are going to have to deal with this type of problems until we will be around. I think that the next step for COST to contribute to fighting pandemics is actually to create networks of interdisciplinarity. So instead of so the original intention was to get scientists working on the same topic together from different parts of Europe. Now, I think the big challenge is to create interdisciplinary networks. So networks that have scientists who work in life sciences, but also scientists who work in hard sciences, but also social scientists together to address complex issues, because we do have some very complex issues. For example, the issues that relate to sustainability and health, which must be addressed by interdisciplinary teams. So this is my hope for the next series of COST actions. Well, it was absolutely essential to create networks for COVID-19, because COVID-19 was a problem which hit us in a moment in which We were not exactly expecting a pandemic for a coronavirus. Let's say that most efforts had gone towards an influenza pandemic, and therefore there was an urgent need to put together knowledge coming from different aspects of the problem. So networks of virologists, but also networks of clinicians, networks of data scientists. And so I think that the cost experience has proven to be extremely valuable in this instance.